Welcome back to our last day of our Advent Bible study, day 25. Today, we're going to learn about how Jesus understands our circumstances as we learn about Nazareth and the Christmas story. After King Herod died, an angel told Jesus to take Mary and Jesus back to Israel. Jesus grew up in a town called Nazareth and lived there until he began his public ministry at age 30. In Nazareth, Jesus learned to be a carpenter or a craftsman from his dad, Joseph. When Jesus began his ministry in Nazareth, the people in his community grew so angry that they wanted to disown him. Because of this, Jesus moved to Capernaum and didn't perform miracles in Nazareth. Like Mary, the shepherds, and so many other parts of the Christmas story, Nazarenes, or people from Nazareth, were thought of as unimportant. They were not well liked. Hearing that Jesus was a Nazarene, one of his future disciples asked, "Can anything good come out of Nazareth?" Even though Jesus came from heaven, he entered this world in an unimpressive way. As a baby, he slept in a manger. As a child, he lived as a refugee. As a teenager, he learned carpentry in Nazareth. As an adult, Jesus didn't have an impressive form or majesty that we should look at him. Why did Jesus live like this? Jesus chose to live a humble life so that he could relate to us. Now we can confidently know that Jesus understands everything we experience. Jesus is our humble King. So today's activity is really just to talk about what was the most important lesson you learned this Christmas season. And more importantly, choose a character trait or a life lesson to focus on over the next year. Write that word or phrase down and hang it somewhere important that you'll see it every day. Ask other members of your family or your household or your friends to help you grow in that character trait. Today's Bible lesson comes from Matthew chapter 2, verse 23. Then Joseph went and settled in a town called Nazareth to fulfill what was spoken through the prophets, that Jesus would be called a Nazarene. Let us pray. Dear God, thank you for the Christmas story. We love you and worship you today. Thank you for coming on our Advent Bible study journey with us. God bless.